Good morning, everyone, from a rather rainy and unsunny Malta. This is Rolling Swarm, and I am currently sat at a bar, a pub in Malta International Airport. For those of you that have been following on the Discord server, we have had shit. Um, cheers. So basically, I've got my tiny little Americano. Just happy days. Happy rolling. I can see we've got one person watching, which is great. So yeah, a quick update. I am going to Minsk. I will be commentating Twister Cup 2019. I am super psyched for it. I did some sound checks earlier on. I hope the microphone's doing a good job. I am basically in a food court, an open foyer. I've got the pub behind me. So fingers crossed. Oh, we got Shocky and Kraken. Hey, I can read the live chat while I'm streaming. This is awesome. My first ever live stream with chat. So this is pretty cool. We're learning as we go along. I am streaming off free airport Wi-Fi, so I don't know. I don't know how good the stream quality is going to be. But from my end, it looks like it's going pretty well. So a quick update. Basically, my flight to Frankfurt got cancelled. So originally I would be flying from Malta to Frankfurt, having a very short layover, and then flying on to Minsk. And I was due to arrive around midnight this evening. And yeah, basically, my flight to Frankfurt was cancelled, so there was no way in hell I was going to make the second leg of my journey, the flight from Frankfurt to Minsk. So this is due to basically apparently there's some Lufthansa staff which are on strike. That's okay, I don't mind. It's given me more time to do some vlogging, some vlog streams. I don't know what they're called. I've never done them before, but I think. Apparently it's too noisy as well. Oh, that's a damn shame. Well, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I've got the Osmo 3 Mobile as a stand, which frees me up and makes the camera pretty steady. Look, no hands. Let's see. So I'm getting some mixed feedback. Apparently the quality is okay. Apparently it's not. So this is a very early days stream. We'll work on improving it. I haven't done much live streaming from my mobile phone. I mean, this is from my phone, front camera, warts and all. But yeah, I spoke to Lufthansa. I got the flights rescheduled, which is good news. It does, however, mean that I will be arriving much later. I'm actually going to be landing in Minsk at around 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. I fly from Malta to Rome later this afternoon, early this evening, then Rome to Vienna, and then Vienna to Minsk. I've got like an 11-hour layover. In Vienna, I hope Vienna's got some stellar internet. Like, I don't know, I'm just going to be smashing Blitz. Just cranking up 11 hours to play Blitz, come on. If that's possible, we'll do it. We'll go for a Blitz marathon. Maybe try and do some count-ins or something on Discord. I'm getting some really weird looks off people who are like, why is that man sat in the corner next to the pub and why is he talking to himself? And I wish I could explain it to them. I wish I could say that I've got 16 other people at the moment just watching me talking to my mobile phone. I don't think they'd understand. But anyway, we've got AMP, Sherlock on Blitz saying hi. We had is in love with Blitz. Didn't quite catch it. Someone just asked if Skate's going to be going. Unfortunately, Skate and Bushka couldn't make it to Twister this year, which is a bit of a shame. I followed the Blitz Twister Cup probably as much as anyone else, and especially Bushka, you know, he is basically, for me, he is Twister Cup. I'm aware. I mean, he's a tall human. He's probably got pretty large shoes anyway, but in the metaphorical sense, I have got rather large boots to fill alongside Amonet. We've got Hamish here as well. Good to see you, Hamish. Spamming, Hashtag Rolling2Minsk. I am still going to Minsk. It's just taking me a bit longer than I would have liked. The 11-hour, I'm not going to lie, the 11-hour layover in Vienna is going to be an absolute. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And in love with is saying, "Don't worry, me and Bushka look the same." I mean, we got the same haircut, and it is a good haircut. We obviously have the same barber. I've got a slightly bushier beard. But yeah, it is a shame that Bushka won't be there. It's also a shame that Skate won't be there. They did an absolutely cracking job of commentating Twister Cup last year, Twister 2018, where we saw Raid beat C4 in the final. I got a lot of work to do to kind of meet them at that level. I'm looking forward to it. No, Hamish, I'm at an airport. I'm at a pub. It's not a station. It's an airport. It's an airport. It's just a pub in an airport. It's actually it's not bad. The lighting here is pretty good. Got some LED strips. Like, it's working quite well. Anyway, that was just my update. Is saying that I am going to Minsk. There's just been one hell of a delay. Actually, I don't know what the delay on the stream is. But yeah, there has been one hell of a delay on my flights. So basically, I'm landing, probably going to be jumping straight into rehearsals with the teams and wargaming, getting one night's sleep, and then we will be into Twister on Saturday. So it's a bit mad. And then I fly back super early on Sunday. I don't even want to think about it. So I've gone from having quite a short trip to having an extremely short trip. But we will be extremely efficient, and we'll make the most of it. And yes, Hamish, don't worry. I've remembered that it's your birthday on Twister Cup. We'll see if we can just slide a shout out in there on the official stream. I don't know. We'll try. I'll get clearance from Wargaming first. But yeah, do come join us on the Discord server. If you look through some of the older videos, the link to my Discord channel is there. Probably all of you guys watching this already subscribed to the channel with the notification bells up and everything, and already on the Discord server. I am going to be posting updates, pictures. My check-in desk doesn't open for like another 3 hours, so I've got like 6 hours at Malta Airport. I could go home, but then I go home, wait at home, and then just come back here and wait here some more. So I figured, to hell with it. I'm just gonna stay. I'm here at the airport now. I've got all my stuff. I'm ready to go. I'm just gonna stay here and come what may. Someone's saying, say hello to Alexandra, Slavko, Matic. I will. I shall. She's been doing a lot of fantastic work in the run-up to Blitz, a lot of promotional work. And actually, a big shout-out to the team that Amon and I have been in communication with. Nopka, Rexy, Oscar Robertson, and Alexandra, and Ripple Stripe as well. Those guys have been doing a really good job behind the scenes, getting everything ready for Twister, all these like promotional videos and venue logistics and all sorts of things. So yeah, I hope I'm not convinced how effective this microphone is in such a loud environment. It is basically an open open food court. Sarah 420 is offering to play my account while I go traveling. No. I'm going to be playing my account. You stay away from my tier 10 tanks. Not having any of it. I got some. I'm not saying that you'd mess up my stats. I'm just saying, they're my stats. If anyone's going to mess them up, it's going to be me. But yeah, I'm not sure. Ask Wargaming to give all the viewers a T22. What? No! The T22, it's actually not that good. What everyone wants, what everyone really, really, really wants, is to grind the standard Russian tech tree. And then realize that the STB1's better. I think at the moment, the current meta, I think the STB1 is probably one of the better mediums. I would rather drive the STB1, to be fair. Crazy as I'm used cheering on for Team EG. It's actually, I'm really looking forward to seeing the guys when I get to Minsk. If I say if, I'm sure it's a when. Hey, Dwarfenzer, good to see you too. I'm really, for me, obviously commentating the biggest offline series in Blitz it's going to be awesome. I'm super psyched. I'm so looking forward to it. but actually meeting the players, especially end game. I know a lot of those guys, particularly RG, from our time in Legion Big Game Team and then Eros. That was my clan basically. Yeah, it's been my clan in the past for quite a long time, and even RG and I go back to our time in R2K. So for me, like it's just going to be super cool meeting some guys that I've known in game but never really met in real life before. Meeting them for the first time at such a phenomenal venue. And also seeing Amonet 85, she's currently flying. Her flights weren't cancelled, god damn it. But no, good luck to her and safe travels. Looking forward to seeing her again. Of course, I met Amonet at Tankfest last year and this year. Hamish is saying, love how you're better on PC than touch now. You take that back. I am so much better on touch than PC. I am trash on PC. I am getting better though. I am getting better on PC. Like, if you watch the last quick tournament stream where we had Mo joining us, assisting, basically doing 95% of the calling work, I put a timestamp in there. I play the one game on Mayan Ruins in the Carnival. Oh, I'm landing some good shots. It's awesome. It's really, really good. Apparently, though, the Carnival is I'm going to quote Mo on this. Mo says the Carnival is a doo-doo tank. I disagree. Esh11 saying, what are the odds that Feast will win? Hey, great to see you, Esh. Here. Feast are a good team. And I actually want to put this out here. That obviously all 6 teams, well, 5 of the 6 teams are server region champions. They are good players, great teams. But realistically, like Russia, everyone always says every year, Russia the best. They're going to be, they're going to be on top. They're going to dominate. But I think that this year Russia really do look scary. They are previous years people said, oh, Russia's so good, they're so talented, and no one's really sort of understood, but kind of people have overestimated them. And this year, I'm watching the streams that have been done by the Russian streamers and even the wildcard tournament, and I'm there looking at it going oh damn, Russia are really, really good. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a CIS versus CIS final. I mean, Endgame and Reign are phenomenal teams, but I don't know. I'm not sure that they can. It's going to be tough. Group B is super tough. Group A, Feast. I mean, I would really love to see Feast do well. Don't get me wrong. That would be awesome. I'm a huge fan of Maddox and the whole team dynamic. They're a great group of people. They're very talented as a team on Asia. I think the Feast this year can beat Watt. Feast are missing some pretty key players out of their roster. But at the same time, Watt are actually second place on China server. The team that came top, literally called top, that came first got disqualified. I don't know exactly why. I think it was obviously to do with breaching tournament regulations. I think Feast, they had a really tough. I mean, the Asia server was better this year, and what we saw on the China server was was very messy, for want of a better word. It was super, super messy in terms of gameplay. So I'm expecting Feast to be able to beat Watt, especially because it's a best of 5 rather than a best of 3. That makes a big difference. I think it'll allow true skill to shine through. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat 7-Star. I mean, having seen how 7-Star beat Mercy and then how Mercy tore Loker apart, knowing how good Loker are, I mean, in the wildcard tournament, I think Feast have really got their work really got their work cut out for them. I don't necessarily think that it's. I don't know. I think 7-Star are you'd have to be crazy to bet against them in Group A. Yoda, Jedi Master, saying good luck from Minsk. Do check out their channel. They do some pretty funny replay commentaries. Let's see if can I scroll the chat? I can. Look at this, amazing. Pack what B says, who do you think the favourites are? I think the favourites are 7-Star. Um, Carmial Terrego asks, well, it basically says the cup's going to stay in EU, and while EU have got the best track record, the endgame squad, there's some substitutions. They're missing some key players. They've got their key caller though, one of their primary strategist and caller, but we're missing certain people. I'm going to check with them. Maybe I can do like a kind of a roster analysis video. I'll check with the teams first, like what I can and can't say about their lineups. And although to be fair, now the teams actually are aware they're going to be doing the map draws now, so they're going to see who's there. But yeah, Endgame are missing Orca, Winch, Voopsy. They've got a couple of substitutions in. The online squad was godly, let's be honest. But this offline squad that's going is also godly. I swear to God, I hope I don't meet any of them on the red team. That would be RIP rolling. But I don't know. But apparently they are training really, really well. Same with Rain. Rain are also clicking and training. And Rain have the advantage. They have basically their primary online squad is their primary offline squad. They didn't have to they had no sort of changes to make, no substitutions to bring in. They knew who was going, and everyone who they thought was going could go is going. So Rain are in terms of squad composition like as good as they can be. I don't know about what. I know that 7-Star and Mercy haven't had to make any substitutions. So actually the two CIS server region teams they should be full strength. I don't know if they're missing key players from the online squad, but I think they don't have this. I think it's easier for them to travel to Minsk. They don't have visa issues. I think that they've been doing it really well. So I think like the whole year they've been preparing well. They've basically started at the end of Twister 2018. The CIS server region teams started planning for 2019. And they were like, okay, if you're going to be too young and you won't be able to go to Twister, you're not on the squad. If you're not able to travel, you're not going to be on the squad. They foundation level throughout the whole year have kept pretty consistent rosters and have developed a truly formidable pool of talent, both in 7-Star and Mercy. So I think that they've probably got the most professional approach this year. I'm not sure. Yoda's asking if they've asked me to remove the beard. They haven't said anything about it. So hopefully it can stay. Let's see. Dwarfan said, will make it interesting to watch. That is true. Hamish points out there's not going to be any easy games. Although I think 7-Star, it won't be too difficult for them in the group stage. Someone asked about the format. It was, let's see. It was Esh. What do I think about the format? I think for one day, if you've got 6 teams, you got one day to do it in. I think this is probably the best way to do it. I think that having the 2 groups of 3, it's tough. It's really tough. One day, it's not enough time to do a full round robin. 6 teams, you can't work out even a double elimination format doesn't work properly. It's a tough number of teams. It's a super tough number of teams, and I'm happy that they've gone up to best of 5 rather than best of 3. I'm not sure if there's some things that I know that I don't know if I can tell you or not yet. What I can say is they've retained some elements from last year, which some people had questioned and called out. I think this year, the players have known enough in advance to be able to prepare for it. And bearing in mind, it kind of worked last year. So I think the format... I think the format is good. It's an improvement on last year, but I don't necessarily think that it's optimal from a competitive sense. But in terms of logistics, I think Wargaming have done the best. They've taken the best option. About a 2-day stream, I don't know. I mean, obviously 2 days, it dramatically increases all of the costs. The issue is like it's not just like flights. I mean, flights are the same. Flights no issue. It's like all of your accommodation costs, any budget that you've got for meals, the staff that are working, like like people that work in an office 9 to 5. Like we're already asking them, hey, you need to come in on Saturday and work a tournament. You'd be asking them to cut like another day. It's every single overhead that goes into the tournament. If there's any equipment or venue rentals, that price doubles, increases significantly. There's a whole pile of thing. It makes it way more expensive. I mean, like for me, as a commentator and a player, I think a 2-day tournament would work. I think it would be awesome. I don't know like what it would do to the viewership. It might dilute it, maybe than having one stream with so many tens of thousands of viewers. We'd have like 2 streams with slightly less viewers each. I don't know if that's good. But I would agree with Hamish. I think the 2-day stream is probably the best option, and it's something I would prefer in terms of the tournament format. Although to be honest, 2-day stream, 8 teams, that would be so good. I would love that, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. We'll have to see. We have to make Twister 2019 as successful as possible. Rope in more sponsors, get more money, make the event bigger. I think that's what we're looking for. Sorry, I'll just get the chat. Who is the oldest player in Blitz? I don't know. On the teams this year, I think they're quite young. I think we've had someone from Legion in their 30s before. I don't think there's anyone over the age of 40 at comp level. I think it's teenagers, like literally 18, 19 to mid-20s is the primary players. Hamish says his nan plays Blitz. I don't believe you, Hamish, but my dad does play Blitz, and he is 60-something. So, he's having a pretty good run of it, and he's like above average. He's like 50%. It's awesome. Genuinely impressed. He is a wallet warrior, though. Yoda asked what I'm drinking. Coffee. I haven't even actually had any coffee yet. And Yoda's 49 in a few weeks. Happy birthday for you in a few weeks. Hamish is going to be turning an age on Saturday. Don't know how old you're going to be, Hamish. But yeah, that's the kind of travel update. Some reflections on the teams. It's now it's basically gone noon. Ian's 10. Ian's 10. Destroyer is 51. And what a fantastic human being you are, mate. We did so much for the charity stream for Oscar, and it was all thanks to you. What a legend you are. Hope to see you at Tankfest next year. Hamish, I'm not your father. You're not my father. We've got to move past this. We've got to let it go. Oh God, the chat's alive. It's brilliant. Exit. Could you ask about modifications such as gun sound mod from What PC? If they can officially support them. We will have, if you go back and watch on Wargaming's official channel, the Twister 2018 stream, they have between certain sections of the tournament, they've got interviews with various different people. Bane, basically the head of Blitz, guy with a ponytail, super cool. I think he's American originally, I'm not sure. And a couple of designers. We're doing something similar again this year, so there will be the opportunity to ask questions. We'll have the opportunity. I mean, the gun sound thing might tie that in with some other questions. Basically, I know that there are limitations. Like, there are certain things we can't have in the game because the game is being kind of optimized for a broad range of mobile devices. But I mean, as mobile devices get more powerful, larger storage options, etc., I don't see why we have to stick with these sounds forever. Eventually, I think the world will be in a position where Blitz is ready for PC sounds. And after having played some Blitz, I really, really like the PC sounds. It just, I mean, even like the tier 1, tier 2 machine guns sound better than an E100 in Blitz, which is, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Going back to Blitz, at least from a sound perspective, can be a bit of a like a oof. I wish we had those PC sounds. So I'll ask. Maybe not officially on stream, but I will pester as many wargaming people as humanly possible um, for codes, for giveaways, for questions about like development cycles and plans for 2020. But yeah, I think wargaming are investing quite a lot in Blitz. It's definitely a product that they are supporting a lot. And having seen a little bit of the inside track, I am feeling very positive about the future of Blitz. But anyway, I'm gonna like wrap up the stream. We've almost been going for half an hour, and just me sat pub. There's no one behind me, which is quite good, but everyone in front of me can see me just talking at my phone, like on a little Osmo 3 stand. I'm getting some really weird looks. But I work on the basis, the Berlin Airport, I'm probably never going to see them again. Megu asks, do you think wargaming should support PC players and comp Blitz, or stick to keeping it mobile only? I 100% think, and this is probably quite controversial, but I think it should be kept as mobile only. That's my opinion. For tournaments, for major tournaments, I think it should be mobile. I am fully on board with PC players in regular tournament series, and I think that if you kind of focus it too much onto PC, that's going to disenfranchise mobile players. If you've got a mobile phone, you can play Blitz, but you can't play What PC. If you've got a PC, you can, depending on how good your PC is, you can play probably What PC and What Blitz. So you've got both kind of options open to you. And there are advantages and disadvantages to both. There are advantages and disadvantages to both control formats when it comes to particularly high-level competitive play. But I would prefer to see the major tournaments like Twister and Mobile Masters staying mobile only. But I want to keep more players in the game. So if that means keeping people with PC to play on PC almost exclusively, more involved and more invested into the game, then I think we should try and find ways of doing that. It's a tough one. You can't please everyone. That's one of those questions where some people are going to be like, no, mobile only. Some people are like, no, we can also play PC. And it's very difficult to reconcile those two camps. But maybe, having a mixed controls tournament, that's a good solution. That is a very good solution. Let's keep Mobile Masters. Well, I don't know. I think Mobile Masters didn't happen this year. Let's bring back something where Mobile Masters was in the time slot. Let's keep Twister, have 2 offline tournaments, touch only, and stick in a 3rd tournament, mixed controls. Why not? Why not have 3 offlines in a year? I think that is exactly what we need. But then I am extremely biased on that particular topic. So let's just have a quick look through the chat. Okay. Madukusai asks, do you feel Blitz comp games at the highest level take too long? No. I think that some tournament formats can be dragged out. It's a tough one. I think that anything less than a best of 5 is too short. I think best of 5 should be the minimum. In terms of like the overall format, if we look at Ascent and Professionals this year, I think that Ascent might have been too many separate tournaments, 8 separate days, and the Professionals might have been crammed into too short a time frame, 1 week. I did like 18 or 19 streams or something in 1 week. I killed myself. I don't want to even think about how many years I took off my life. Let's see. I like the battle length. I like the overall format of the game for tournaments. I would say it's tough when it comes to tournament length, because the issue that we have is that what you want is to get the best teams to the highest level, and you want to create a situation where the best teams place out across a tournament prize pool as accurately as possible to reflect their skill. Now, what we saw in basically before we had strongest weakest matchmaking was good teams, really good teams, getting knocked out before their time. What we saw in 2017 was kind of like the start of the modern format, but it was too short. There wasn't a round robin phase, but there was the double elimination, there was strongest weakest matchmaking. Good teams got through, but it wasn't quite right. Last year's the professionals tournament was really long, but the qualifiers to it was very short and quite brutal, and some very good teams got knocked out. And I mean, there were a few teams in the top 8 that you're like going, maybe there should be clan X in there instead of you, and they kind of got through on an off chance. I would like to see maybe less time commitments. I would like to see less time commitment from players and better sorting of clans based on ability, like true ability, not just like win rate and like the stuff that kind of just metrics that sees reroll clans go quite high up early on and then fall short in the later stages. So this year, it's definitely the best it's ever been. The top 8 we got on EU, and I think even NA were the best 8 teams. That's tricky. I'm going to try and work with Wargaming as much as possible to keep refining the format, to improve basically experience for players in terms of time commitment, improve the experience of clans in terms of finishing at the right level. So if you're the best clan, making it way through to the finals, or if you're mid level, making it through to a pretty decent point, not getting knocked out early, not squeezing through too far, but having a fair crack at the whip. And then for the viewers, I want to make it as interesting as possible without being getting drowned in streams. Like the professionals tournament, we had so many streams in 1 week. I was just impressed people were turning up every night to watch. It's tough. It is tough. And I think what we need to do as players, and also what Wargaming should be doing as well, is we need to look at other games, other esports, and kind of see how they organize their tournament structures, and see if we don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are so many esports out there which are so well developed, that have got such big fan bases, that clearly have been where we are now and have developed a paradigm that suits them. And I think we should be looking at how they're doing it and trying to replicate it. So it's tough. It is tough. Yoda's asking, why is there a Chinese team called Wombats when Wombats are native to Australia? It's a very good question. It is a very good question. I will ask them probably via Google Translate, or if Wargaming has sourced like a translator team or something, we can try and ask them. But anyways, it's been over 35 minutes. Rolling is going to Minsk, but rolling has been delayed by the powers that be. Basically, Lufthansa staff on strike. It's okay. Support a good bit of an industrial action. It's a pain in the ass, though, if you're staring at an 11-hour layover down the barrel. But these things happen. I'm not too cut up about it. I'm gonna go do some airport stuff. I will probably be streaming, vlogging again. I'm going to be on Discord. If you want to chat, I'm going to be living on Discord today. I'll probably be streaming again in about 4 or 5 hours when I go through security here. and then again probably when I get to Vienna. So keep some updates going. Yeah, come join us on Discord. The poly will be continuing. Anyways, this is Rolling signing out. Getting some really weird looks now. It's been like half an hour. People must think I'm crazy. Okay. Lovely to see you guys in chat. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.